Alright guys, today we're back here to do another Arcade1Up Infinity Game Table video, and we're actually going to be talking about a variety of games today, to show them off really quickly to give you guys an idea of what's been happening in the store. These are a collection of games that have come out in the last month to 2 months, and I'll show you guys a variety of games. We got things like Claytime Sliced Up, we got Road Rage, we got Tiny Army, Galactic Grab, Block Breakers, Brain Frog. Those are the ones we're going to be talking about, and we also have one more sitting over here at Memories. So we're going to be talking and showcasing these games here for a minute or two, so you guys can get an idea of what these games are like. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so we're just going to go ahead and start with Claytime Sliced Up. And by the name of it, as you guys can see here, this is a Fruit Ninja type game, as you guys maybe would expect by the name. If you guys have played Fruit Ninja before, this is that type of game. When it loads up here, you guys will take a look, and you can see you can play one player or two player. Of course, you are going to have to play it landscape here, vertically. So I'm going to do one player for now, but just know you could do two players, swipe in any direction to slice, and avoid the bomb. So exactly what you guys, are used to seeing with games like this, as you guys are looking at here, as I'm trying to go for a high score. And of course, as time goes on, it will get harder. And the bombs will start showing up. Like right there, there's a bomb. Now we're hitting two. Slice both of those. Oop, missed that one. Three combo. We're doing pretty well. Oh, I missed those. And there you go. You get your game over. You get your high score. You can go to the home menu. You can see who has the high score or what the highest score is. You can't do any names or anything, but you could see who has the highest score. So that is Claytime Sliced Up. The next game to talk about here is Road Rage. Road Rage is a top-down arcade-style racing game where a player must dodge and destroy oncoming traffic. This is an arcade game, as you guys are looking at here, and it is a one-player game, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one here for you guys. Go ahead and tap to start, and we're already in here, as you can see, and all we're doing is basically moving around, trying to destroy all these cars and not get hit by them. It actually does run pretty well. As far as lag or anything like that, I mean, there's obviously the touchscreen lag a little bit when you move the vehicle around that we all know about the Infinity Game Table at this point. I think a lot of these games that I'm showing off today, since they're arcade experiences, would probably be a little bit better on the smaller one that they came out with. But they haven't sent me that, so I don't have a unit to actually review for you, or a unit to show these games off. I did do a review on it that I borrowed from a friend, but I don't have one to showcase these games every time they come out. Hopefully they send me one soon, but I would imagine these are going to play a little bit better because the touchscreen on that was a little bit better than this one. But this game is still playing pretty fine. It is an easy, quick multiplayer game, as you guys are seeing here, that you're going for the high score. Same exact logic. You get power-ups, health, and stuff like that, and then when you crash and you wreck, you get your high score, as you guys can see there. You get your game over, and then you just tap to restart when you want to restart. And then when you want to exit, you can just go ahead and go back to the dashboard. The next game we're talking about here is Tiny Army. Tiny Army is an endless war-themed top-down shooter where you basically just tap the screens and kill the enemies that show up. So we're going to go ahead and showcase this one. This is another single-player game as well, another vertical game. So you can see it's going to keep track of your high score. You just hit tap to start right here. You have different variety of areas that you can click on. So we're just going to go ahead and do the forest. Different characters that you can be and stuff like that. So we're just going to go ahead and hit battle. And then you're basically just tapping to hit them on the oncoming waves. As you guys are looking at here, it does seem to work. It does work pretty well. And there you go. I died really fast. So it's definitely a hard game. You get a high score of 29. You guys can tell what that game is like. It's obviously, a lot of these games are arcade simple games that have come onto the table. So that one is Tiny Army. The next one here is Galactic Grab. Galactic Grab is a 4-player game, so this one definitely has my interest more than the others because this one is not single player. This one here is the goal of Galactic Grab is to guide your star through the galaxy, collecting as many nebula as you can. You need to be quick and smart with your moves, dodging obstacles and other players as you go. In this local multiplayer game, you will drag your star around the table to collect colored nebula that appear on the screen. And the color is going to keep changing that you need to collect. You can play up to 4 players locally, which is cool. So let's go ahead and check out Galactic Grab here. So you can pick any of these different levels here to kind of check out. Let's just go ahead and do space first, since it seems to be the most simple. Then you go ahead and you drag your star. Let's say that 2 people were playing over here. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that. It's giving the countdown here. Cool how it does that 4, 3, 2, 1 animation there. Pretty cool. Now it's saying collect the red. So you're basically rushing over here to collect the red. And then now you're collecting the purple. And then now you're collecting red. And you're all moving at the same time, trying to collect these as fast as possible. It's telling you to collect the red. So you're all like dashing around, trying to get this, moving your pieces around to basically try and, you know, get what you need. And obviously, whoever needs to get everything goes around, you're going through. But then obviously there's some variety also in the levels as well. So if you go back here and now you hit home, for example, there's some obstacles you need to overcome. So now there's like a barrier in the middle. So when you actually, you know, do this, now you're manipulating your thing around the actual thing, because this will actually be an object in front of you. So it is a really fun local multiplayer game. Obviously simple in nature, but it is definitely more up my alley because it's a 4-player game locally that I'll have fun with on the table, playing a quick arcade game that you can play with people. A great game that you can just pick up and play and have people come around and play. And again, you would just, you know, drag it in and do whatever you need to do to collect those. So this one is definitely really fun in my opinion as a quick local multiplayer game to play on your table. The next one here is Block Breakers. I think by nature you guys were probably going to know what this is. It's Block Breakers, a game that's been tried and true, a game that's been around for a while. You can see the different modes here. You have battle mode, target, break, score, attack, and clear. So I'm going to do battle mode just to show you. So you can select all these different areas and stuff. Let's say that we do that one and we hit play. This adds a little bit of fun to it. Hit the line behind the player's paddle to deal damage. The last player standing wins. So now you're basically trying to, you know, move here and hit your opponent on the other side here. So you can see, there you go. I just hit him over there. You're trying to hit in the back there. There you go. Took him out. Player 1 wins. So you can go ahead and go to the next level, and it's going to tell you to do the same thing, and all the levels kind of change up here. So this is another one that I think is great. Definitely add some replayability to this, as opposed to being the same boring, you know, Block Breakers game that we all know and love. This had some multiplayer fun, multiplayer action. Great to see on this table, because that's what this game shines at, is local multiplayer games, in my opinion. So this is another one that I think is really cool for people who like this type of game. And if you want single player, there is score, attack, and all that stuff from the regular game that you can play as well. And you can play up to 4 players on this one that I almost didn't realize. That I forgot to tell you guys about. So that is, even though I only did 2 players, you can actually do 4 players all around the table, and that's going to be fun. Let me just show you guys real quick on how that would look so you guys would see it. If we did battle mode like this, then everyone kind of gets a corner, and now you're playing in every corner, and it's kind of, you know, a really cool game. Definitely a fun game. You have all these balls bouncing everywhere. Now you're trying to hit each other out. This is definitely one that will be in my rotation. Definitely my favorite game of the bunches that have come out in these ones that I'm talking about today. And you can see that the boxes start shrinking and stuff like that when someone dies out. And boom, there you go. So really, really cool stuff. I really like this one. This is definitely one that I would be having in rotation, and a great add to the Infinity game table. The next one we have here is Brain Frog. Brain Frog is a single player game as well, and it's a cute retro brain teaser for one player. You control up to 16 frogs and 16 screens at the same time, each frog making the same moves as you touch the buttons. Collect all the diamonds to win a level. So we're going to go ahead and check this one out. This is, again, a single player game. You can see here, little retro style graphics, keeps track of your high score and everything. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So if we go and turn this way, you can shoot over here by kind of going upwards and then shooting that. And then basically you're trying to collect all these diamonds on all these different levels, as you guys can see here. Right now we're just controlling the first screen, I guess you would call it. But then now it gets a little harder, which is exactly how this game gets a little crazy, because now every time I move, both frogs are moving on each screen. So you got to make sure you don't die by hitting one of the other things here. So they'll both do the same thing. Obviously, if I shoot, it doesn't matter, but you just want to make sure that your guy isn't going to die from collecting different things depending on where you are. So really, really interesting here. on how you want to. Oh, I just died by accident and killed that frog. And then, of course, you get to put your high score here. You can delete the name that actually showed up. I could put my name right here. And there you go. This one's also really good for a single-player game. Out of all the single-player games, this one's definitely my favorite. Definitely a really cool ad if you're into games like that. Definitely some strategy and some strategic play, trying to get the high score on there. So that one's really, really good. And the last one we have to take a look at here is Memera The Dragon Egg Heist. This one says, embark on a thrilling adventure in a magic kingdom of dragons and memories. You play as a brave adventurer tasked with retrieving stolen dragon eggs from your notorious thief. Put your memory to the test as you travel through various regions, challenging your opponents on memory card game. So it's a memory type game. Each victory brings you closer to finding all the stolen eggs. Discover secrets. Can you retrieve all 28 eggs and restore peace in the kingdom? And up to 4 players can track their individual progress through the world. Let's go ahead and check out what this game looks like. So you can see different players can keep track of their score. We're just going to go ahead and select player 1, of course. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. Gives you the story here. Not long ago, in a land not far off, there was a kingdom that lived in harmony with dragons. The kingdom relies on the dragons to maintain balance and peace, breeding new dragons to help protect the kingdom and its citizens. In turn, the kingdom provides care and shelter for the dragon eggs. So it's giving you a story. I'll let you guys explore that story for yourself so I don't waste time with you guys on this video. But there is a story that it starts out with, and you can see we're going to go start at level 1 here. You find someone in the town tavern that says they have information about a dragon egg if you can beat them at a game. So you can see how many matches you try. So it's basically a story matchmaking game. To be honest, the premise is kind of cool, and the artwork is obviously really cool as well. I didn't pay attention. Is that one? Nope. I'm already going to lose at this game. Oh, got that one. I'm terrible at this. I should have gotten that a while ago, but... So you can see it took me 12 tries, and then you're going to unlock the dragon egg. You want a dragon egg and a clue. 41 seconds, 12 tries, and it gives you a clue. Then you go to the map, and then it kind of points you to the next one you're going to do when you hit 2. And then the story progresses, and then you're trying to do now these matches instead while you're going through trying to find... I was lucky. Try to find these stones. So really, really cool game. I'll let you guys explore that one because I don't want to... obviously the premise is there. You guys know what it is. It's a memory type game, but it's a memory game that's done in a really cool way. Obviously, it's still simple in nature, but if you're into, memory games and stuff like that, this is definitely a really cool way to play a memory game. I've never seen anything like this when it comes to memory games. Really cool that there's a story involved with it and stuff. I don't know about the replayability, because once you complete all 28 levels, you beat the game. So it's probably not going to take you very long, but it is really cool the way that they present this game, even though it's a simple memory game, on how great the artwork looks and everything like that. So definitely one I recommend. So that is all the games we had to talk about today. I would say that my least favorite ones are Claytime, Rage Road, and Tiny Army, only because they're single player games that I don't really have much interest in, and they're arcade games, and they're going to serve a better purpose on the smaller screen that I talked about already, because the touchscreen is there a little bit better than this one. But it is fun for kids if you want to play it on here. The ones that are my favorites on here is definitely Galactic Grab is a really cool one. Breakerz is a great one. Those two would probably be my favorite of the bunch. And then after that would come Brain Frog, which I think is great for single player people who like that strategic game and stuff like that. And then Memera The Dragon as well. And you can see, leave you guys with the teaser, available August 2023 exclusively. We're going to get Wheel of Fortune on here as well. So that's really cool to be seeing that coming up. Really excited to see that part, to see what that game looks like. Obviously, these are not board games that we got here today. They are some fun games, though. Breakerz and Galactic Grab and stuff are really fun games to play on here with the 4-player nature. Even though they're not true board games, they're still fun. But, of course, we're all still waiting for that... for the big board game that we're all waiting for to see what comes out, whether it be Catan or whatever comes from them. And we know they have a partnership with Asmodee. We don't know what's going to come from it, if anything else. But I would love to see another hardcore board game on here in the same realm as like Pandemic and Ticket to Ride and stuff that they've done in the past. But we'll see how that goes. But there's some good games that came out here today. Some not so good, but depends on who you are. But for me, there's a couple of good ones, a couple of okay ones, and then a couple of ones that I probably won't play again. But that's how it is. Not every game is for everyone. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me guys know what you guys think of these games and what you guys think about Wheel of Fortune coming to the Infinity Game Table here in August. So that's exciting. If you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen in today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.